always questioned myself on why the wealthy gets wealthier and the poor gets poorer. Take a typical example, Elon Musk, who is currently the world's richest person, went from having a net worth of $219 billion in 2022 to a whopping $242 billion in 2023. Are there some rules and principles that the wealthy work by that the poor need to catch up with? So I took 72 hours of my time to go into research, read finance books, and conduct interviews with people who I believe are in the society's success ladder in search of answers to these questions. So in this video, I will be revealing my discoveries to you on some money rules the wealthy live by that fetches them wealth. So make sure you stick around till the end of this video to take note of all the 8 money rules the wealthy people live by. Number 8 rule is very, very important. Stick to the end of this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. The first money rule is the patience rule. Jeff Bezos once asked Warren Buffett a brilliant question. Jeff had said, "Warren, your investment thesis is so simple and yet so brilliant. Why doesn't everyone just copy you?" Buffett said, "That is because nobody wants to get rich slow." This response from Warren Buffett, who is a world-renowned investor and equally the 5th wealthiest person in the world, signifies the importance of patience in the process of creating wealth. In the course of my research, I found out that Warren Buffett started his investment at the age of 11, and he made his first billion, that is, he became a billionaire at the age of 55. This means that it took Buffett 44 years to achieve his current financial status. Don't get me wrong, I am not saying that you have to wait 44 years or more to achieve wealth. No, I am not saying that. I am only saying that you have to exercise a little patience for a little time before you can achieve a real wealth. You have to be patient with that business you are running or about running currently. You have to be patient in the stock market so you can gain massively. You also have to be patient when you open up a source of passive income, because it will take some time before this income source begins to yield fruit. But the good thing is that it will yield fruit forever. Buffett's wealth roadmap draws out the fact that the road to gaining wealth cannot be likened to a get-rich-quick scheme. Buffett's progress was slow, but it was the surest way to go in pursuit of wealth. Maybe all you needed to succeed yesterday was patience, but there is no lateness in finance. You can start your wealth creation journey today, taking note of the indispensability of exercising patience in that journey. The consistency rule. This rule is linked to the first rule of patience. This is because patience is what breeds consistency, and consistency brings about commitment. Have you ever done something continuously that you become very good at it? That energy is exactly what you need to apply here. Being consistent and committed to a particular course will open you to the challenges, the lesson, the expertise, as well as the profits in that particular field. This was the case of Buffett, who was committed and consistent to the stock market for 44 years. He wasn't moving from one business to another business as a result of failure in the first one. Rather, he remained consistent in that path because he knew that was the surest way to go. And not just that, consistency can do magic. Let me bring to you an advice from Elon Musk about consistency. Consistency is key. You need to consistently put in the work over extended periods of time without expecting immediate results. Wealth is a long-term pursuit, and to build wealth, you must be consistent to the cause, whether you're making progress currently or not. The third rule. Building wealth goes through strategic and thoughtful process. In his book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Have you ever come across a situation whereby you see yourself thinking about a particular person or relative who you've not met for years or weeks, and boom, the next day the person happens to call you, or you run into the person unexpectedly? Think of wealth creation in this scenario. Wealthy people frequently think about money. They think about how they can expand their wealth and meet up on their next targets. So you need to build up that mindset of thinking about wealth. When you have that consistent thought of how you can build wealth, you will find opportunities coming closer to you, opportunities for you to expand your income, to expand your wealth potential, to expand your investments. Remember that what you think is what you achieve. The fourth money rule, and that is the investment rule. We will borrow the words of Vladimir Nabokov, who advised his students to keep in mind the passion of the scientist and the precision of the artist. Perhaps we can look at the wealthy mind from this angle. A mind consisting of the passion of the scientist and the precision of the artist. During my research, I discovered that wealthy people have a history of evolution. They evolve as the society evolves. Let's look at the case of Elon Musk, who is the world's wealthiest person today. The money-making process of Elon Musk started with an online city guide newspaper. From there, he co-founded an electronic payment firm called PayPal. Then he moved to making rockets, spacecraft, and electric cars. Recently, he acquired Twitter, a social media handle, and is also looking beyond occupying another planet which is called Mars. This is the evolution we are talking about. This is the investment evolution. If you watch out recently, you begin to find out that companies are moving towards the green economy because climate change is the issue of the time. It is going to be on demand today and in the future. So if you're thinking of investing your money or starting up a business, look at it from that light of the current time. The golden rule of investment states that entrepreneurs must always follow socio-economic demand of the time in order for them to create wealth. The business rule. This simply means knowing and keeping to the rules and guidelines of the business you are engaged in. Be up to date on the tax policies, the corporate laws of where your business or businesses are located. Keep up also with technological upgrades, service to customers, and most importantly, the current demand of the customers. For example, if you are in the investment business, you need to be aware of the rule of portfolio diversification and keeping up with the statistics of that industry. So it is important for you to have, if not an in-depth knowledge, but a good level of awareness about the business you want to embark on to avoid failure in future. The number 6 rule is the finance rule. Finance becomes a complex issue when you don't have an average knowledge of it. In the journey to creating wealth, you must be conversant to some extent about the rules of spending, savings, investment, and budgeting. Every wealthy person you see out there must have in one time or the other gone to financial seminars, read finance books, listen to financial podcasts and audios, watch videos on finance, and even consult financial advisors. It is important that you learn about money. Making money is not enough. It is the management of this money that is the key to building wealth. By learning about money and how they work, you will be able to make the right investments and build wealth in the long run. The number 7 money rule is the value rule. A billionaire businessman who also doubles as the wealthiest man in Africa, Aliko Dangote, said this in an interview. Luxurious things take up your time and will make you lose focus on your business. I don't have a house anywhere in the world aside from Nigeria. In another interview, Dangote also stated that he changes his car every 8 years. That is a billionaire talking right there. That is a billionaire who understands the money game, who understands the rule of value. Spend your money only on those things that will fetch you value. I know there are several middle-class workers out there who spend their income in buying luxurious things, in buying cars, in buying branded clothes. This mindset will not fetch you wealth. Every extra thing you buy, aside from the ones you need or use frequently, is a wasted resources. These items will not fetch you any value. They will only lead to depleting your resources both in the short run and in the long run. The number 8 money rule is the price rule. This rule is very important. In the course of my research, I found out that the mind of the wealthy is a mind of humility and a mind of business combined into one. They see business potential in every situation they come across, even in the midst of humiliation. Now look at this scenario. A politician walked up to a wealthy man in a public restaurant and said to him, "Name your price. I need that car you parked outside." The politician wanted to buy the private car of this wealthy man at that instance. It wasn't out of admiration of that vehicle. It was in a bid to humiliate the wealthy man at that instance. But the wealthy man understood the plot. An average rich person would have felt offended and humiliated by the words of this politician. But this is what the wealthy man did. The wealthy man thought of this humiliating offer as an opportunity to build his wealth, and they gave the politician a price triple to the actual price of that car. It was a fair deal. The wealthy man can get a new car for a lesser price, but the point here is that he just got wealthier because he understands the price rule. The price rule states that everything has a price. It depends on how much one can pay for that thing. Even your time has a price. And that is why employees are paid monthly for their time. You must train your mind to see business opportunity in every scenario, even in a scenario of humiliation. That is the mindset the wealthy people built. The price rule is very important. You must understand that changes happen. And to create wealth, you must have that business mentality, that mindset of utilizing every opportunity to add to your wealth. Putting all these rules into practical reality will enable you to build wealth and financial security in the long run. If you've gotten value from this video, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to share this video to friends and relatives who will find this video helpful. Looking for some side hustles that will fetch you extra income from home? Click on the link in your screen now to get started. Thank you for watching. Stay well.